It began with silence, the kind that hits just before a storm. The audience sat frozen, waiting. The studio lights burned bright, cameras rolled, and BillMaher leaned forward in his chair with that unmistakable smirk, the kind that promised something big was about to happen. Across from him sat three Hollywood elites, all draped in designer clothes, their smiles polished for the cameras. They were there to talk about justice, change, and awareness. But what came next would leave them speechless, and the internet in chaos. "Do you people even hear yourselves?" Bill said suddenly, cutting through the usual media politeness. The crowd gasped. One of the celebrities blinked in surprise. "You lecture Americans about struggle," Bill continued, "from mansions worth $20 million. You cry about oppression, while your assistants iron your $800 shirts. Don't you see the irony?" The studio air went electric. No background music, no cue cards, just raw, uncomfortable truth. A famous actor tried to defend himself, fumbling with words about raising awareness. But Bill wasn't having it. "Awareness," he snapped. "People don't need awareness, they need affordability. They need jobs, rent relief, groceries that don't cost half their paycheck. You're not woke, you're asleep in silk sheets." The audience exploded in laughter and applause. One cameraman whispered, "Oh my God, he's actually saying it." But the moment wasn't just comedy, it was confrontation. For years, the public had felt unheard, drowned out by celebrities preaching morality from private jets. BillMaher became, in that moment, the voice of the forgotten viewer, the person who works long hours, pays heavy bills, and still gets lectured about privilege by people who live in gated worlds. Woke culture started as compassion, Bill said, his tone softening. But it turned into competition. Who can shout louder? Who can cancel faster? Who can pretend to care more than the next person? One of the celebrities stared down, silent now. Another nervously took a sip of water. The audience wasn't cheering anymore, they were listening. Really listening. Then Bill dropped the line that would echo across social media for days. "You've built an empire on guilt. But people don't want guilt anymore, they want truth. And truth isn't always pretty, but it's real." That single statement hit like thunder. The clip went viral overnight. Millions watched it. Thousands commented. Some called Bill brave. Others called him brutal. But everyone agreed on one thing: he said what needed to be said. A young man named Jake watched that clip from a dim apartment room. His rent was overdue, his fridge nearly empty. Finally, he whispered, "Someone gets it." For him, and millions like him, that video wasn't just entertainment, it was validation. It was someone saying out loud what they'd been feeling for years but didn't dare to express. A week later, on Bill's next show, he addressed the backlash with calm defiance. "Look," he said, "I don't hate celebrities. I just want them to live in the same world as the rest of us. Compassion isn't a brand, it's a responsibility." The audience rose in a standing ovation. Some even had tears in their eyes. Bill looked humbled, but firm. "Let's stop pretending we're heroes," he said finally. "Let's start being humans." That night became a turning point, not just for BillMaher's show, but for a generation tired of fake activism and empty hashtags. It reminded everyone that honesty still matters, that courage isn't in shouting, it's in speaking truth when it's unpopular. And as the credits rolled, a single line appeared on screen, simple but powerful. "If you felt this, share it. If you agree, say it. And if you still believe in truth, don't stay silent." Speech balloon comment bait at the end. Do you agree with BillMaher, or do you think he went too far? Let's hear your truth in the comments. Thumbs up if you felt that fire, hit like, and subscribe for more fearless moments like this.